They say the stone remembers. In the dense jungles of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula stands a pyramid that draws millions of visitors each year, a marvel of ancient engineering known as El Castillo, or the Temple of Kukulcán. But behind the perfect geometry and 365 iconic steps lies something far more chilling than history books dare to reveal. This isn't just a ruin, it's a trap of time, shadow, and silence. The shadow that slithers. Twice a year during the spring and autumn equinox, the sun casts a peculiar shadow on El Castillo's northern staircase. As daylight fades, the steps come alive with a chilling illusion. A shadow serpent slithering down the pyramid, its tail stretching from the top to the stone snakehead at the bottom. To tourists, it's a marvel of astronomy. To locals, it's a warning. They say it's the spirit of Kukulcán, the feathered serpent god, who awakens during this celestial event to claim what he is owed. Ancient carvings and codices speak of human hearts offered as tribute, beating offerings cut from the chests of chosen victims. Underneath the pyramid, archaeologists have uncovered human remains buried with jade beads clenched in their teeth, a symbol, they say, of a sacred but perilous journey into the afterlife. Or perhaps evidence of something darker that still lingers. The Sacred Cenote, a mouth to the underworld. Just 300 meters away from the pyramid, hidden behind dense foliage, lies the Sacred Cenote, a yawning limestone sinkhole with dark, still waters. It was once believed to be a gateway to Xibalba, the Mayan underworld. But this was no mythic pool, it was a place of sacrifice. Children, warriors, even nobles, all were thrown into its depths, often still alive, along with gold, jade, and ceremonial items meant to appease the gods. When explorer Edward Thompson dredged the cenote in 1904, he recovered over 50 skeletons and something else. His team reported strange occurrences, whispers in the night, sudden fevers, hallucinations. Some believed the cenote was cursed. Others whispered that it was merely angry. Modern divers claim the same. One described it as drowning in the echoes of screams. The woman who vanished into stone. In 2006, Clara Mendez, a tourist from Veracruz, climbed El Castillo to take in the sunset. Witnesses saw her reach the summit, clutch her chest, and collapse. When officials arrived, her body was gone. Authorities blamed heat stroke and confusion. Locals weren't so quick to dismiss it. They speak of a stone guardian hidden within the pyramid, a vengeful spirit that punishes the disrespectful. And she wasn't the only one. Several disappearances over the decades have been linked to the site, but remain unsolved. A Maya guide whispered, "Those who mock the gods don't return." A hidden chamber and the curse within. In 2018, scientists attempting to restore the structure uncovered something incredible. A sealed chamber buried deep beneath El Castillo. Inside sat a red jaguar throne, encrusted with turquoise, and beside it, a sealed urn filled with ash and bone. Days later, the project's lead archaeologist fell into a coma. Witnesses said he'd been mumbling about voices in the walls. The chamber was swiftly resealed, and the government has since refused further excavation. One researcher simply said, "Some things don't want to be found." Kukulcán's curse in the age of TikTok. In 2019, a young traveler filmed a selfie video at El Castillo. As she smiled at her phone, viewers caught something behind her, a shadowy, serpent-like figure slinking just out of focus. The video went viral. Then it disappeared. She deleted the clip, but not before it gained millions of views. Maya elders took it seriously, issuing a rare public warning. Kukulcán tolerates no mockery. The pyramid, they believe, is not simply sacred, it is alive. The figurine of death. In 1987, an artifact smuggler stole a small jade figurine from the site. He managed to sneak it back to his Mexico City apartment. Weeks later, he was found dead, seated upright, eyes wide open, the figurine still gripped in his lifeless hand. His autopsy revealed no signs of trauma or illness. Only one thing was certain. His face was frozen in terror. Why El Castillo still haunts us. Today, El Castillo remains one of the most visited archaeological sites in the world. Tourists marvel at its perfect symmetry and solar calendar design, but at dusk, something changes. The air becomes heavy, the birds go silent, and the guides begin to whisper. The stones remember, the serpent watches. This haunted Mayan pyramid is not just a relic of a fallen civilization, it is a reminder that power, blood, and belief still echo through time. Final thought. The line between worship and warning. The secrets of Chichen Itza refuse to stay buried. For every scientific theory, there is a curse, a ghost, a scream in the dark. You may visit El Castillo with a camera in hand, ready to capture its beauty. But be warned, to climb the temple of Kukulcán is to walk with gods and demons. Viewers, if you like this article, please like and subscribe my channel stories and more and share to others. Thank you.